tonight. Rivers State government reaffirms commitment to support healthcare delivery. NMPCL denies selling refinery scrap, warns public. Plus, World Health Organization approves treatment for newborn infants. A very good evening and welcome to the World News. I'm Catherine Ago. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. Remember, you can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. The Rivers State government has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening collaboration with private medical practitioners to improve healthcare delivery across the state and Nigeria at large. Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu reaffirmed this during the 48th Annual General Meeting and International Scientific Conference of the Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioners at the Dr. Obinwale International Conference Center in Port Harcourt. Juliet Stephen tells us more.
Professor Odu commended members of the association for their resilience and critical contributions to healthcare delivery, noting that private practitioners cater to an estimated 60 to 70% of Nigeria's population. The deputy governor described the conference theme, Enhancing Healthcare Delivery in Nigeria, the role of private medical practitioners, as timely, and emphasized the growing importance of private sector participation in addressing evolving health challenges. She highlighted the risk faced by practitioners, including incidents of kidnapping and attacks, describing their sacrifices as vital to sustaining healthcare services nationwide.
You're taking care of 60 to 70% of the citizenry of this nation. Your role is actually immeasurable. Your role in providing accessible, timely, and quality healthcare services to our citizens can never be overstated. You're doing a great job and you're highly appreciated for it. We thank you for that sacrifice.
Professor Odowu reiterated the Governor Siminalayi Fubara's-led administration's commitment to policies that promote quality healthcare, attract investment, and create an enabling environment for medical practitioners to thrive, noting that sustained partnership between the public and private sectors remain key to building a resilient and inclusive healthcare system. Also spotlighted the state government's health insurance initiative, the Rivers State Contributory Health Protection Program, RIFCHIP, which collaborates with private health facilities to expand access to care. According to her, through the scheme, several medical procedures, including surgeries, have been successfully funded in partnership with private providers.
We recognize the importance of collaboration between the private and the public sectors. Our administration remains committed to the policies and initiatives that promote quality healthcare, enabling environment for practitioners.
The national president of the Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioners, Dr. Adesola Adekunle Kayode, said that over the last 4 years, the association has recorded a new tariff structure, a renewed framework, and restored a sense of dignity for private practitioners across the country, stressing that beyond policies, the outgoing executive also strengthened institutions and built structures that would outlive them. The chairman of the occasion, Dr. Innocent Ekwem, decried the state of the health system and urged participants to seize the opportunity of the conference to come up with ideas that will turn around the health institutions. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
We sincerely apologize for the messed up. That film story was voiced by Melvin Jackson. Moving on, the business community in Rivers State and Nigeria has received a boost with the formal launch of an enterprise support, human capital development and sustainable energy company, Rivulet Solutions Limited in Port Harcourt. Chief Executive Officer and founder Dr. Eduwum Hansen said the vision is to be the leading enterprise development and sustainable energy company in Africa. Take a look.
The Chief Executive Officer said the company was established 6 years ago with the mission to strengthen people, businesses and communities for a sustainable future. She mentioned some services of the company to include enterprise development support, human capital development, renewable energy training and training in the oil and gas sector. Others are energy needs assessment and feasibility studies, installation and maintenance of solar and inverter systems for corporate bodies, communities and commercial projects. According to her, products of the company include enterprise, community solar and inverter systems, electric vehicles, procurement, supply and maintenance, and EV infrastructure, among others.
We specialize in training manpower in human resources management, renewable energy solutions also. Our trainings are needs driven. We also support in finance and admin training, and then also technical trainings in the oil and gas industry, because we have a large partnership base and we're able to deliver these solutions in collaboration with these partners.
Special guest of honor, Mrs. Omataipo Ata, represented by Olobukola Babalula, and the President Port Harcourt Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Dr. Chinyere Nwoga, commended the founder for the initiative and expressed confidence in her ability to pursue and realize the visions of the company.
I am aware that clean energy has positive impact on the environment. As the environment improves, the quality of life improves and communities are better for it. I am excited about this goal and look forward to celebrating more wins with Rivulet on the issue of clean energy going forward.
To keep it brief, we say that we are very proud of you and we support you, and whatever we can do as a chamber to move this business forward, because it's no longer your business, it's our business, right? And we look forward to the next 25 years of Rivulet.
The royal father of the day and the Amambo of Ogurama Kingdom in the Gema local government area, His Royal Highness Monima Evans Bile Alabiomoni VII, and the father of the Chief Executive Officer of the company, Dikin Ruben Arogu, also commended Rivulet Solutions Limited on their official launching and expressed optimism that the company will grow from strength to strength and contribute to the growth of the nation's economy.
They've started well. The vision is awesome, but there needs to be a drive to grow it and to ensure that it succeeds. I believe that she has strong partners, and my advice is partners must work together with great understanding.
Rivulet Solutions Limited shall flourish like the palm tree. Psalm 92 verse 12. Remain resilient as you have always been, and never allow crazy anger to rule you.
Former unveiling of the company added colors to the event. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Parents and government at all levels should encourage reading culture by providing enabling platforms for children and adults to enhance discoveries and creativity. President Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce, Industries, Mine and Agriculture, Dr. Chinyere Nwoga, was speaking at the Maria Montessori Care International School, Moji, during the celebration of the 2026 World Book Day. Gaspar Anele was there and now reports.
UNESCO declared April 23rd annually as the World Book Day to promote reading culture and publishing, just as encouraging children and adults to discover the pleasure of reading books. Those were the reasons Maria Montessori Care International School Woji celebrated the day with various educative programs for children. President of FASIMA, Dr. Chinyere Nwoga, as parents, explained that reading keeps someone busy, reduces social vices, and exposes someone to discovery and increases knowledge and vocabulary development. She enjoined parents to support children by providing books for them while advising them to reading regularly particularly capable of exposing them to mastery of good writing and English words, among others.
This is the day that we re-emphasize the need to read books, because if you want to get wiser and if you want to know what's happening around the world, you must read books. If you also want to write, if you want to learn how to interact with people and get along with people and learn other people's culture, you have to read books. So we're here today to encourage our children to spend more time reading books.
First thing you read, second thing you close the book, and then remind yourself, try to recall what you have read. Then you open it back again and check.
So if you want to be smart, you have to read.
If you want to be a leader, you have to be a good reader.
Acting General Manager, Rivers State Television, Ambassador Paul Dambo, expressed delight for the initiative and encouraged students to always read books to better their lot.
To be a leader, you must learn to read. And it begins from now. I believe that interaction will be better prepared and it will be a stimulus for you to begin to read. So that tomorrow we want to see you becoming the president of Nigeria.
Head teacher of Maria Montessori Kia International School, Woji, Lady Winifred Anyem, who spoke on behalf of the proprietress, said the management of the school, which was founded 2 decades ago, deemed it necessary to expose the children to reading culture by observing the annual international observance of World Book Day for a better society. The children were not left out as they expressed joy.
In this time that children are so fond of their tablets, their phones, their laptop, it's a time to remind the children how important it is for them to read books.
So what I learned today in Maria Montessori School is that reading books help you in the future, become someone important the next day.
If you check, most of our leaders right now were very well educated students, and books that can help you expand your vocabulary and reading skills.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Rivers State University in Poloro has invited qualified candidates for admission into postgraduate programs. A statement signed by the acting registrar RSU, Dr. Idayengi Daminabo, said the university called for qualified candidates into postgraduate diploma, master's degrees, and Doctor of Philosophy for 2026-2027 academic session in the following faculties: Administration and Management, Agriculture, Basic Medical Sciences, Basic Clinical Sciences, Communication and Media Studies, Education, Engineering, Environmental Sciences, Humanities, Law, Medical Laboratory Science, Science and Social Sciences. Other special institutions and centers include Water and Sanitization Studies, Climate Change, Marine and Offshore Engineering, Advanced Law Research, Climate Change and Sustainable Development Studies, Institute of Geosciences and Environmental Management Institute of Education. Applications for postgraduate programs are completed online via the university website www.rsu.edu.ng with an e-payment of 60,000 naira using InterSwitch Verve-enabled cards, while sandwich programs cost 50,000 naira. After completing the online form, applicants must submit hard copies along with required documents, including certificates, academic referee reports. PhD applicants must also include a research proposal. The statement added that the deadline for all applications is Monday, 31st August 2026. A 5-branch ministers forum is organizing a special prayer for Rivers State with the theme Rivers of Peace. A statement from the organizers said the program will take place on Sunday, April 26 at the Rivers State Ecumenical Center, Port Harcourt, by 2 p.m. The statement added that all Christians and peace-loving residents and people of Rivers State are invited to join the prayer. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. Remember, you can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Ahead on the news, explosions, gunfire as armed groups launch attack across Mali. And in sports, Nigeria Football Association condoles family of Michael Ineramo, describes the death as devastating. These and more stories when we return. Please stay.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide, presents 7 Sundays Deliverance titled
Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they fighting you for what God has given to you? Summon them to the court of heaven. Is there a wicked gang up against you? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they attacking your children? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they fighting against your miracle pregnancy? Summon them to the court of heaven. Are they spiritually blocking your marital breakthrough? Summon them to the court of heaven. Is there any sickness in your body that have refused to go? Summon that sickness to the court of heaven. When all that court fails, the court of heaven stands. Day.
Sunday, 26th April 2026.
Time 9 a.m. Venue Dr. Jesus City.
4 p.m. Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Rstv Television, the treasured station.
From the creeks of the capital, we tell the stories.
My name is Gospel Anele, reporting for Rstv Television.
Areas of agriculture, education, infrastructure.
And the people who are concerned are actually calling for government intervention.
Stakeholders believe state police could alleviate the burden of federal police.
From River State to the world, we keep you connected. Stories gathered, facts verified, truth delivered.
At Rstv, not only do we offer you authentic coverage, we offer the premium value, and our prices you can trust are fair and affordable.
Here in our Rstv, our audience is our priority, our integrity, our pride.
Your stories told with truth and passion. That's Rstv Television. Stay with us.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, underscored the vital role of timely and accurate information in matters of national security, pointing out that the ongoing collaboration with security agencies and media partners will maintain public calm and strengthen confidence in government efforts. The federal government has assured Nigerians that economic reforms such as fuel subsidy removal, foreign exchange reforms, and fiscal restructuring have long-term benefits to all. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who was conferred with the Image Maker Award 2026 at the ceremony, reaffirmed his commitment to upholding the highest standards of public communication anchored on truth, transparency, and accountability. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has increased the fee for the issuance and replacement of debit and credit cards from 1,000 naira to 1,500 naira as part of the broader review of banking charges across financial system. The adjustment was contained in a revised guide to charges by banks and other financial institutions, which takes effect from May 1 and applies to standard ATM cards issued by banks and other regulated financial institutions nationwide. The updated framework replaces the previous 2020 guidelines and is designed to enhance transparency, standardization, and competition in the financial sector. The regulator clarified that while the issuance fee has been reviewed upward, no maintenance charges will apply to Naira-denominated debit or credit cards, adding that virtual cards will remain free of charge. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has raised alarm over the circulation of false information claiming that it is selling refinery scrap materials, equipment and components to individuals and private firms. This was contained in a statement signed by the NNPCL Chief Corporate Communications Officer Andy Ode on Friday in Abuja. In the statement, the company categorically denied issuing any request for bids, tenders, expressions of interest, or approvals for the sale of scrap materials or refinery components from the Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna refineries. The NNPCL stated that claims being circulated were misleading and untrue, stressing that it has not authorized the sale of any items from the warehouses or inventories of its refineries. The World Health Organization, WHO, has said that it had given pre-qualification approval to a malaria treatment for newborns and infants for the first time. Artemether lumefantrine is the first anti-malaria formulation designed specifically for the youngest victims of the mosquito-borne disease. The WHO said up to now, infants have been treated with formulations intended for older children, carrying a greater risk of dosage errors, side effects, and toxicity. According to the WHO, in 2024, there were an estimated 282 million malaria cases and 610,000 deaths in 80 countries. The WHO said its pre-qualification would enable public sector procurement and help close a long-standing treatment gap from around 30 million babies born each year in malaria endemic areas of Africa. And on the foreign scene, explosions and sustained gunfire has been reported in Mali's capital, Bamako, as armed groups launched apparently coordinated attacks across the country. The military said in a statement on Saturday that fighting is ongoing, adding that defense and security forces are currently engaged in repelling the attackers. Witnesses have told newsmen of explosions and gunfire around Kati, home of major military base outside the capital. Soldiers have been deployed to block off roads in the area. There are also reports of attack in Gao and Kidal in the north and central Mali, in what one analyst described as the largest jihadist attack in years. And in sports, the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has described the death of former Super Eagles forward Michael Eneramo as devastating and a huge blow to the Nigerian football family. The news agency of Nigeria reports that Eneramo died after collapsing during a friendly match in Kaduna on Friday morning. The 40-year-old reportedly played the first half before slumping 5 minutes into the second half at Ongwam Yelwa. Early reports suggest a suspected cardiac arrest. NFF General Secretary Mohammed Senusi said the incident is shocking and painful to Nigerian football. Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You remember you can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. To end the news, another look at our major stories. The Rivers State government reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening collaboration with private medical practitioners to improve healthcare delivery across the state and Nigeria at large. The Nigerian National Petroleum